Jack and the Beanstalk is one of the most well-known stories in the world and remains a beloved part of popular culture today. The tale features classic themes of adventure, bravery, and the triumph of good over evil, all set against a backdrop of magical realism. In this essay, we will explore the story's key elements, its evolution, and its underlying themes. At its core, Jack and the Beanstalk tells the story of a young boy named Jack, who lives with his widowed mother in poverty. They have little to their name except for a cow, which they rely on for milk. However, when the cow stops producing milk, Jack's mother decides they must sell it to survive. Jack sets off to market with the cow, but is soon approached by a mysterious man who offers him 5 magic beans in exchange for the cow. Jack, eager to make a trade, accepts the beans and returns home, only to be scolded by his mother for not selling the cow for money. In her anger, she throws the beans out of the window. That night, the beans begin to grow at an extraordinary rate, eventually forming a massive beanstalk that stretches up into the sky. Jack, undeterred by his earlier punishment, decides to climb the beanstalk. After an arduous journey up, Jack reaches a magical kingdom high above the clouds, where he encounters a giant's castle. Inside the castle, he meets a series of challenges, ultimately stealing a bag of gold, a hen that lays golden eggs, and a magical harp from the giant who lives there. In the end, Jack's actions result in the giant's pursuit, but Jack manages to escape by climbing down the beanstalk. In a final act of bravery, Jack chops down the beanstalk, causing the giant to fall to his death. With his newfound wealth, Jack and his mother are no longer poor, and they live happily ever after. The narrative of Jack and the Beanstalk follows a classic structure found in many fairy tales and myths, the hero's journey. Jack starts as a humble poor boy who ventures into the unknown, encounters challenges, and undergoes a transformative experience. His journey is both literal, as he climbs the beanstalk into the clouds, and metaphorical, as he transitions from an innocent child to a resourceful and brave young man. His journey can be seen as a rite of passage, marking his growth and maturation. Jack's courage is one of the story's most significant traits. Despite his mother's initial disapproval, he climbs the beanstalk into a dangerous world to face the giant. Throughout the tale, Jack's bravery enables him to overcome obstacles that would deter most people. His courage is further demonstrated in his decision to steal from the giant, a morally ambiguous action, yet one that ultimately leads to the betterment of his life. The theme of greed is evident in the giant's pursuit of Jack. While Jack's actions are motivated by a desire to improve his and his mother's impoverished situation, the giant represents the greed of those who hoard wealth and power. The giant's treasure, which includes golden objects, is a symbol of this greed. Jack's theft, while ultimately justified in the context of the fairy tale's moral framework, raises questions about the ethics of taking what doesn't belong to you. Jack's decision to steal from the giant mirrors human tendencies toward avarice, even when the stakes are high. Like many fairy tales, Jack and the Beanstalk presents a clear dichotomy between good and evil. Jack and his mother represent the downtrodden, innocent poor, while the giant embodies a menacing figure of power and greed. Jack's triumph over the giant is emblematic of the belief that good will eventually prevail over evil. This moral reinforces the value of justice and righteousness, even when faced with adversity. Jack and the Beanstalk remains an enduring story because of its universal themes of courage, adventure, and the pursuit of a better life. Its moral lessons about bravery, greed, and justice continued to resonate with audiences of all ages. Through Jack's extraordinary journey, the story teaches that even in the face of adversity, individuals can rise above their circumstances and achieve greatness, although not without facing moral dilemmas and challenges along the way. The tale's enduring popularity also speaks to its ability to adapt to the times, with each generation finding new ways to engage with its themes and lessons.